Okay.
Action.
Okay, so the three yin meridians of the arm: lung, pericardium, and heart. Lung meridian starts just below the clavicle, distal to the clavicle, goes over the forearm, over the deltoid, and goes in between the bicep and the tricep on the thumb side. And it continues into the soft portion of the forearm. And the source point is right at the end of the wrist crease. There's a slight indentation there where sugos have a tendency to be. That's the source point, or the balancing point, for the lung meridian. And the meridian continues through the pad of the thumb onto the side of the thumb and ends at the lower corner of the nail. The next one is pericardium, and it starts on this in between the fourth intercostal space on the side of the torso. It comes up here onto the contour of the pec. So, fourth intercostal space, it follows the contour of the pec, and it comes up and it goes right through the heads of the biceps, right through the bicipital groove, and right through the center of the forearm, and right through the center of the wrist crease, through the center of the palm, and right out the tip of the middle finger. That's pericardium. So when you're tracing this one, you start here, you apply pressure into the contour of the pec major. You come up and allow your thumb to go right in between the bicep heads. Okay, right in bicep heads. And then you go right through the center of the forearm. And the source point is right in the center of the wrist crease. There's two tendons here. You're right between them. And to stimulate the point, go right in the center of the wrist crease and bring the hand towards you. And you should feel do that. So do that on yourself. And you'll see it's right in between these two tendons. And you bring it back. Everyone feeling that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to make sure that you hit that point. And then you continue right through the center of the palm, and right out the middle finger, and right out the tip. The third yin meridian is the heart meridian. And the heart meridian starts right in the center of the armpit. Right in the center of the armpit. And it goes in between the bicep and the tricep on the little finger side. So right in this groove here. And it goes right through the soft portion of the forearm, and right into the wrist crease, up onto the hand, and right on the inside of the little finger, and it ends on the corner, lower corner of the nail. So when you're doing the heart meridian, you start at the armpit, and you're right here where you can just sink your thumb pressure in between the bicep and the tricep on the little finger side. And it continues on the forearm. And now the source point, again, is at the wrist crease, in line with the little finger. And right at the end of the wrist crease, at the little finger, there's a little indentation there. And again, if you laterally flex, they should feel a dull ache. These are noticeable little indentations. If you're, is everyone feeling it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's for heart. That balances the energy in the heart meridian. And then the meridian continues up on the palm, on the inside of the little finger, and ends in the lower corner of the nail of the little finger. Okay, so those are the three yin meridians of the arm that, after we work the abdomen and do a compression to one of the conception vessel meridian right up the center, we compress, starting at the upper fibers of pec major, compress into the upper arm, into the forearm a couple of times, into the hand, and then go back and do those three lines. And in doing those three lines, you want to be specific to the location and do the three source points. This is for the lung, this is for pericardium, and this is for heart. They're all on the wrist crease. They're all in rather noticeable indentations. That when doing that the stimulation, if they're not feeling it at all, just by applying pressure, you might want to add a little flexion into your thumb, because then it opens the area up a little bit. And then, for now, we're just going to bring the arm down and stretch. And then we're going to compress. This is with the palm down. And then we'll transition into the other arm.
Okay.
And we'll do the same thing here. Compress. I guess I can actually do it, huh?
Only do one side.
I was like a phantom shiatsu guy. I don't know what's happening. Okay, and then we do the 3 lines. The long, starting just below the clavicle, coming over the deltoid, coming in between the bicep and the tricep here in this groove, on the soft portion of the arm, here at the source point at the end of the wrist crease, through the pad of the thumb, and out to the lower corner of the nail. That's for lung. Pericardium starts in the 4th intercostal space on the side of the torso. You apply pressure right into this contour of the pec major. It comes over and it goes right through the bicep heads, right in this groove here, right through the center of the forearm, right into the wrist crease in the center, right through the center of the palm, and right out the middle finger, the tip of the middle finger. And the heart starts right in the center of the armpit. Starts right in the center of the armpit. You know, we're going to have to edit that out now. And it goes right in between the biceps and the triceps, so you're in a lovely position to work the heart. Right into the soft portion of the forearm, so right in line with the little finger. Source point here at the end of the wrist crease. You feeling that go? Then right up onto the palm. And when it comes up on the palm, it's actually in between the 4th and 5th metacarpal. But it comes up on the inside of the little finger and ends at the lower corner of the nail. And then we're just going to end by stretching it down. We'll end with compression. And then this just takes you into transition to the next point where we're going to work on the head next, so we'll just be in position to do that. Okay?
Okay, thank you.